friends, welcome back to Mark's Speed Shop. In today's video, we're going to be putting the new alternator back on the white 66 here and seeing if that works. Hopefully it'll work, hopefully there's no other issues with it, and maybe we'll even take a ride. Store here. See if we can get this alternator checked. Never mind that little birdhouse down there. That's another little project I'm gonna be working on. Went in, and sure enough, the alternator tested bad. So I went ahead and bought one, ordered it. It should be in tomorrow. So we'll pick this back up then when I come to get it. All right, heading back in to see if the alternator came in. Picked up my new alternator. It came up a little rainstorm as I was pulling in. I got the new alternator and I went ahead and got him to test it to make sure it was okay. So hopefully I won't have to put it on and it'll not be okay now. We're gonna put it on in just a little bit. Actually, it'll be tomorrow when I put it on, but it'll only be a few minutes for y'all. But we'll see how that does. Hopefully that'll take care of it. Oh yeah, when I picked up my alternator, I went ahead and got some little nuts for the alternator bracket bolt. You know, the one that I dropped in the last video and said I'll never see that again. Well, I never did find it. I'll probably find it once I get it all back together and move the car, but I'm not doing all that. I just bought a few extras. All right, now we have the new alternator, mighty pretty, single pulley, which was actually cheaper. It's crazy. Single pulley alternator was $59 with core trade-in, and the double pulley, which may have been a little bit more powerful, but the fellow told me they're the same. But anyway, that was $89. So $30 difference for an extra pulley, that's crazy. Of course, I traded in a 2-pulley, but I don't get any of that money back. It's the same core. But this one has a single ground, where the other one I had 2 grounds. That's why I had to run a wire and ground it to itself. It was a little bit newer. I think this one is supposed to just bolt right on and work. So we'll see. Looks good. I did have him test this to make sure it was okay too. Let's see if we can't get this thing hooked up. I'll try not to drop any nuts or bolts this time. But no promises. Let me see if I can't get this. This is going to go like this. So I might need that loose. Get this over here. Plug it in. I sure hope this does the trick. I have to get over here in the way just a little bit, get this bolt in here. Can't find it right now. This is. All right, now that that bolt's in, you can put the belt on it. Well, that might be getting a little ahead. I gotta put this on first. Oh, my back. My back ain't as young as it used to be. Like I'm in great danger of dropping this nut too. Let's see. That's why I bought several of them in a pack. All right, I think that's good. Now, put this on the nut. See if I can get this. There we go. I don't want it too tight. Yeah, there we go. All right. I've got more this one to be ready. All right, even though I've got my pry bar, you don't want to put too much pressure on this. Just enough to get the belt tight, if this is even going to go in here. Just enough. Well, that ain't going to work. I think I'm going to have something a little smaller. Oh, there we go. Alright. Maybe I won't do it too tight to begin with. I just want it to hold it. Yeah, that'll work for now. Oh, that would be tight enough. Belt's tension. Fan won't move. All right, we're about ready to try it. All right, we got it on there. Make sure that battery's got enough juice to fire up. And then we're going to do the old-fashioned, I don't have a gauge type of checking to see if it works. I'll show you that too. That was a cold start. I didn't even do that first to see if it would start. I pumped it a couple times and fired up. This carburetor works really good. This is the carburetor that came off the 318 LA engine that was in the 73 Charger. I had it sitting in the shop, looked for it for a while, finally found it, put it on here, and it's been working great. Crap, that means it's not charging. The gauge was working inside though. Maybe I'll get back up and give it a little more try and see if I can figure something out here. Well, the gauge says that it's charging when I'm revving it a little bit, so let me give it a little bit of a fast idle and try that again. Kickback. All right, well, while it's idling fast, it's charging. When it idles down, it quits. So that's another thing I got to figure out. All right, let me get you in here and see if I can show you the gauge here. This is at an idle. Discharge. I don't know. It's always something. I guess when I drive an eater, just give her the onions and let her eat. I guess the next thing to do is be to drive it up the road and see. I don't know if that could be a voltage regulator. I put a new one on it when I put the other alternator on it. Might need to get another one to try it. Might see if we can get Josh back over here with that little beep boop and see if we can figure out why it's doing what it is. I hate electrical problems. So what does that mean? Another mystery. When it's revving up, it's charging. When it comes back down to idling, I don't have a low rumpity-rump idle. I've got it down. I don't have a tack on it that's hooked up. So I'm going to say it's probably at 800, 900 RPMs for the idle, which is about right. Stock 2-barrel carburetor, stock cam. But like I say, not having a tach, I would say by ear, it sounds like I probably have to have it above 2,000 RPMs for it to charge. And the more RPMs, the more it charges. So, I mean, some of y'all probably yelling at the screen now. But it kind of sounds like a voltage regulator. It's not regulating the voltage like it should. But I put one of those on new when I put the other alternator on a few years back. But who knows? I mean, it could be that. It could be something else going on with the car that's burning up voltage regulators and alternators. I don't know. We got to look into that more too. But I guess that's considered half fixed or half-assed. That's okay. I'll figure it out. Like I say, I need to get Josh back over here, if he'll come, with his little bleep bloop, which he should. And now that we have the alternator charging, maybe we can figure out what it is. Or I might just later this week, buy a new voltage regulator and bolt it on. It's pretty easy to do. So, one step forward and 2 steps back. Sound like my life. Well, to be continued. I know, I hate to do that to y'all again, but I still haven't quite gotten that new editing program figured out. And, you know, with this one I've been using, I'm familiar with it, but I can't get but between 15 and 20 minutes out of it. So I'm working on it. I ended up getting more video on this than I thought I would. So I decided to split it into 2 parts. I will download, as of this, I will download it tonight or upload it tonight. It'll be public in the morning, and then I will upload part 2 tomorrow night. So by the time you see this, the other one will be on the way if it's not already there. So just look for it. I'll label it part 1 and part 2. Sorry about that, but that's the way I got to do it right now. Be sure to watch part 2, because that's when you get some of the good stuff of it. Also, my daughter's coming by tomorrow, and I've turned her little office room here into a temporary workshop. I set up a table, put the power washer on, took the carburetor off, and I've got the carburetor soaking in a bean can right now up at the shop, and fuel line cleaner to try to help get it ungummed. That'd be a whole nother thing there, but you'll see it. So I really appreciate y'all watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just hit that little button, wherever it is, around here somewhere. And come back, watch part 2. Thank you very much. I'll see you at the shop.